Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted, as always, to be joined by Paul Kelly. This is a final predictions video for the big fight tonight happening between Adam Azim and Ohara Davies at super lightweight at the Copper Box in London. If you enjoy this video, please do subscribe to us if you haven't done so already, and check out the rest of our content. We've got previews, obviously final prediction videos, review videos, and a bunch of other stuff that I'm sure you will enjoy. Paul, good to be joined by you as always. Go straight into it. Adam Azim, strong favourite here, but arguably he's going up against someone who has operated at world level, someone who was being spoken about as someone who could fight for a world title not so long ago. What's your final prediction for this fight?
Yeah, thanks for having me on as always, mate. Actually, really looking forward to this one. I think this is a good fight to see where Adam Azim's at for me. I think that I don't think O'Hara Davis is far from done or far from washed for me. Albeit not a world level fighter in my opinion, but I think we'll find out a lot about Adam Azim because O'Hara Davis can punch. So if he does land on the chin of Adam Azim flush, it'll be interesting to see how he takes it. I think this is good matchmaking in that sense. I do think Adam Azim wins. The odds are a little bit one-sided for me. I do think Adam Azim wins, and I'm actually going to go for him to win on points. I haven't looked at prices or anything, but I'd imagine that he's probably favoured to knock O'Hara Davis out, particularly if you're looking at O'Hara Davis's one-round blowout by Ismael Barroso last time out. But then I think, Ismael Barroso's that world level fighter, fringe world level, has been there, done it, albeit being near in his 40s now. But I think, yeah, when you look at O'Hara Davis, mate, who are the people that have beaten him, right? You've got Josh Taylor, who went on to rule the roost and be an undisputed champion. You got Jack Catterall, who many think now is perhaps the number one at super lightweight. Whether or not you agree with that, he's definitely up there. And then obviously Ismael Barroso, which was a kind of a bit of a stunning knockout, a shocking knockout, so to speak, in the first round. So I think if you look at the company O'Hara Davis has been in with, he's got some good wins on there. He has a few better wins than Adam Azim probably has, and he has only lost to quite good fighters, I would say, or fringe world level fighters. So that's what I'm saying. I think we'll learn a lot about Adam Azim here. I think Adam Azim can go on and become world champion. Whether or not that's in the next 12 to 18 months remains to be seen. But I do think he'll win. But I'm going to say that he won't stop O'Hara Davis. So yeah, I'm backing the assassin to win on points.
Yeah, look, I think it's an intriguing one. I think Ohara Davies, he's a live opponent here. I think what happened back in January, it was just a bit of a freak incident. What happened, in my opinion, it was an example of someone just being on away territory, being caught cold right at the start of the fight, and just being caught by a great shot and not recovering. Ohara Davies, my worry with him, he's not had a proper fight since beating Lewis Ritson, which was over 18 months ago. That's my worry about him going into this fight. And this fight's going to give us an indication of where Adam Azim is, as you said, but it's going to give us an indication of where Ohara Davies is. Ohara Davies could lose tonight and still come out of the fight with people saying, "Oh yeah, he could still compete at this level. He could beat that fighter. He could beat this fighter." Or he could come out of this fight and there could be calls for him to retire, calls for him to people call it saying that he's well past his best. So it's a really intriguing one. It's one that's kind of gone under the radar as well. It's probably quite possibly kind of the best fight or biggest fight you're going to see in the UK this month. Um, I'll join you with an Adam Azim win, and I think looking at the odds, you can get 7-2 for Adam Azim to win by decision. I think those are fantastic odds if you consider Azim has gone into fights when he's expected to win by stoppage before, and he's won on points. And Davis, yeah, I think obviously a lot of people are jumping onto the fact that Davis got stopped in the first round in his last fight. I'm gonna go for. I'm actually gonna join you, Paul. Yeah, I was gonna go for a stoppage for Adam Azim, but I just do think I'm not convinced he will manage to get Ohara Davis out of there. I think Azim as well, not been the most active in the last year or so. He went from being very active to not so active. Hasn't fought since February. And I just think Ohara Davis can punch himself. He's a dangerous fighter, and I just think that yeah, I think that's a good shout of yours to go for points. I will join you. If we're both right, Paul, Adam Azim does win on points. I hope we see him again in the ring soon. What do you think could happen next? He's Europe, he's still European, still European champion, still undefeated, would be 12-0. Any thoughts on what you might see Adam Azim do next?
We've talked about it so many times, but I think just have the Dalton Smith fight, and then the winner of that can push on and challenge for a world title very soon, in my opinion. Just have that fight. The loser can come again. If Adam Azim was to lose to Dalton Smith, say if that was next, he's only 22 years old. He can come again. Similarly, Dalton Smith, he's a wee bit older, not that old. If he lost to Adam Azim, people may be thinking, whoa, Adam Azim is the real deal. Dalton Smith can come again. I think the fight makes sense. We've obviously seen a lot of fights now happening between Queensbury and Matchroom. Hopefully the same can be said for Boxer as well with Queensbury and Matchroom. I hope that is the case. So yeah, it's the only one I really want to see, mate. To be honest with you, I want to see him. I want to see him fight Dalton Smith next if he is to beat Ohara Davies, which isn't a foregone conclusion, by the way. I don't want to overlook Ohara Davies. Like as you said, he can punch. And one of the other reasons I think it's going points. Sorry to go back to that is the elephant in the room here is Adam Azim has bruises his hands very easily. He seems to have quite fragile hands. So I don't know if he's as big a puncher as people maybe think he is. That's just my opinion on it. I could be totally wrong, but yeah, that's another reason for me backing him to win on points. So sorry for going back on myself, mate. But yeah, Dalton Smith for me is the only fight I want to see Adam Azim in the first 6 months of 2025.
Yeah, and look, I think Ben Shlom has made recent comments on that, saying that fight will happen next year. So we'll see. Look, it will be a big fight, but I think it in partly depends on how Adam Azim looks tomorrow. If Adam Azim maybe scrapes a points win tomorrow, then it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see that fight in 2025. I think one thing about Azim is he's still only 22 years old. So I think that could play a factor in what sort of fights we see him in over the next 12 months as well. All right, we'll leave it there, Paul. We're both going for Adam Azim to win on points tomorrow night, and we'll see if that happens. Live on Sky Sports, Copper Box. Should be a good night. ESBR will be present there, so please do check out our platform for interviews and all that sort of stuff. Paul, thank you for your time. I'll speak to you again soon.